Hi there, my name is Jonathan. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to climb up the career ladder a lot faster? Now, it's not just about good work, because I'm sure a lot of us do really great work. There's something about being seen to do that good work. Now, I've been working for over 12 years, and in that time, I've come to learn that there are a number of unwritten rules for advancement in the corporate workplace. And a very important one is the concept of self-advocacy, which I'll be talking about in today's video. And by the end of today's video, you have a unique toolkit that would make sure that your hard work gets all the recognition it deserves. Keep watching. Enjoy. Now, the first step on the journey of self-advocacy is making sure that you're actually working on the right thing. And now, there are a couple of questions you need to ask. Why is this project important? Just clarify what the purpose is for that particular project. Is it something that is strategic? Is this something that is on my boss's priority list? Because if it is, then definitely something you should be working on. Now, the answers to those questions can then be used to frame how you're going to approach the problem. It also would help you to prioritize your time, because in every given day, there are a number of things that you can be doing. And you need to remember that your time is valuable, and so spend it wisely. Now, it could be that the answer to this question is not satisfactory. Maybe it's just a pet project that your boss has, or something that someone else has asked him to do, which is assigned to you, and that's okay. But make sure that in the course of the year, you are also then working on things that tick these boxes, that are strategic, that are very important to the team, that are things that are on your boss's priority list. Those are crucial. I haven't always gotten this right. I can give you an example. When I just joined the trading team, I was tossed into the deep end, so it was a little bit challenging at the start, and I was just doing everything I was asked to do without asking any of these questions. And I was assigned a task to build a model to forecast production for over 500 fields. I put my head to it. I worked on this for over 3 months. I wrote, over 500 lines of code. I automated the process. I even exceeded the remit of what I was asked for. I built a fancy dashboard. In my head, I was like, yes, I've exceeded expectations. I've done excellently well. And so after 3 months, I came up with the result, and I was like, tada, here's the fancy thing I've done. And it was well received. One of the things I then found out was the team that I was doing this project for, this was not one of their high priorities for the year. And so that product ended up, even though it was good, even though it answered all the questions I was asked, even though it ticked all the boxes in terms of the requirements, it ended up not being used, and it ended up being filed away. And also, because that particular project was not on even my boss's priority list or my boss's priority list, that affected my bonus for that year, and I ended up receiving a below average bonus for the year. Now, fast forward 1 year later, my family and I had gone for Christmas holidays back to Nigeria, and we came back about mid-January. And so by the time I came, all the, if you like, juicy projects had already been handed out. And so I was faced with a situation where I had one small project which I was assigned to, which it was important, it was a little bit strategic, but I wasn't involved in any of the major projects for the year. And so I spoke to my boss and said, please, I do want to work on one of these major projects. And he said, sorry, there's nothing I can do. You came in a bit late, and we've already assigned all the major UK-based projects to other members of the team. Having learned from the previous experience, I refused to take no for an answer. And I sent a further email to my boss's boss. And I said, please, for this, and this reasons for my development, for my growth, and all the things I needed to say, I made a good business case as to why I should be added on one of those strategic projects. And my boss's boss intervened and made sure I was then asked to work on a major project with the US team, which I worked on that year. Now, I had to do all the hard work. I ended up becoming a subject matter expert in that my small project. And by the end of the year, because we also were able to deliver successfully this major project, we ended up in a situation where not only was my boss's boss happy with the delivery, but we got recognition from my boss's boss, which was incredible. And sure enough, what happened at the end of the year, when it was time for bonus, I got a bonus that was over 2 times what I got the previous year. So, self-advocacy is important. And one of the first steps is making sure that you're actually working on the right thing, because you can do a great job, you can work really hard on something, but if you're working on something that is not strategic, that is not important, that is not on your boss's priority list, you might end up in a situation where you don't get the recognition you deserve. So the first step is figure out, am I working on the right thing? Now, the second step in the journey of self-advocacy is packaging your work for different audiences. You've done this fantastic piece of work. It's important, it's strategic. You've worked on it for months, and now you've delivered something fantastic. Don't just write a report and file it somewhere. It's important that you package that work for different audiences. And I'll give you 3 examples. First, you could do a one-pager that you could present to your boss's boss to make them aware of the fantastic work you've done. Secondly, you could then do a deep dive presentation which you could share with your peers, your internal peers. So this could be either in the technical community or commercial community. And thirdly, you could do a technical paper which you could submit either to a conference or to a journal, and that would cover you in 3 areas. So first of all, your boss's boss is now aware that Jonathan is doing a fab job. Secondly, your peers are aware that Jonathan has delivered something great. And thirdly, externally, you have a brand that is now building. So people are now aware that in this area, Jonathan has done a fab job. And if you cover those 3 areas, you will find that this piece of work that may have taken you 3-6 months, you've been able to get a lot more recognition from it than you would normally have done. So it's crucial to make sure you're working on the right thing. And once you've finished that and you've done a fantastic job, it's then important to showcase your work. Find opportunities to highlight your achievements. Ensure your boss's boss is aware of all the things you've done. Ensure your peers are also aware of the things you've done. And find opportunities to present even in external environments as well, so that you're also building an external brand. And there you have it, a roadmap to self-advocacy that will help you unlock your potential. And soon you too will be climbing up the career ladder. Remember, it's not just about doing good work, but making sure that that good work gets noticed and rewarded. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And please do share it with your friends and colleagues who could find this video useful. Keep pushing forward, keep advocating for yourself, and watch your potential bloom. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.